I have a new eye, and I'm so excited about it. This isn't my new eye, by the way. You guys might recognize this little device if you've had cataract surgery before. This is something that you get to sleep all night long with. So you put it over your eyeball and then you tape it to your skin so that you can't inadvertently in the middle of the night poke yourself in the eye, because that would be bad. But yes, Barb here, barbstamps.com. It's Facebook Live time, you guys. That means it's 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I have a new eye. Okay, well, it's not a brand new eye, but I have a new lens in my eye. So this has been a long time coming. I had my cataract surgery on Monday, and I am, oh my gosh, I'm kicking myself as to why I didn't do this sooner. But I guess the dramatic results I experienced wouldn't be so incredibly amazing if I had done it sooner, because when I got out of bed Tuesday morning and I came into my stamp room here and I turned the light on, I'm not even kidding you. It seriously was like the clouds parted and the angels started singing. It was so bright, and the colors and all my ink pads right here in front of me, everything was so vibrant. It was crazy. And so, yeah. So I get to wear this kind of piratey thing for a week. My husband says it's super sexy. Yeah, it's not really. Anyway, so yeah, it was a complete success. The only thing that was a real bummer about the surgery was the 2 nurses who tried to get an IV in my arm, and they did not do they struggled. Normally when you have surgery, you're like NPO after midnight. And you'd have your surgery maybe, in the morning. Well, I was NPO after midnight, and my surgery was at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I was super dehydrated by 4 o'clock. They could not get the IV in. So, of course, they start inside your arm where your elbow is. My vein blew. So I got a nice, disgusting bruise there. Then they tried my hand, the back of my hand, and she said that my vein rolled over. I've never heard that term before, but apparently it's a thing. And it blew. So I have a lovely bruise on my hand that I'm terribly sorry that you're all going to get to watch while I'm stamping. Then they finally were able to, then they offered to give me some lidocaine. Because when they're trying to give you an IV, they're digging around in there and it freaking hurts. It hurts a lot. So the third time they said, oh, well, maybe we could give you some lidocaine. I said, that would be really nice. But of course, all I'm seeing is dollar signs. Okay, you've now used 3 IV kits on me and a thing of lidocaine. So what is that? $1,000? I guess we'll see when I get the bill. So they finally got the third one in after using the lidocaine. And she said, well, it's a good thing we gave you the lidocaine because I did have to dig around in there. Blech, gross. So anyways, I apologize for the disgustingness that you're going to have to see on my arm. And my eyes. I have no mascara on. So you can't wear eye makeup for a week. So I'm not really happy about that because I feel like I look like death warmed over. Seriously. But it is what it is, and you have to do what they tell you, so there it is. So yes, I should look at your comments and see what you guys are saying, because I appreciate it very much that you're watching me and that you're commenting. Am I in the right group? Okay, I think that I am. Sometimes you never know if you're really here or not, so yeah, no more closing my eye. And it's so funny. I've been finding myself occasionally as I'm doing some little busy work down here, and I'm like, oh, wait, I don't have to close my eyes to see. I can totally just see it. It's amazing. So, you guys are so sweet. Telling me I'm beautiful. Ooh, where's Mandy? Mandy could help me do this. There. New eye, according to Mandy. Right there. I better be careful so I don't poke myself in the eye. Which I kind of punched myself in the eye. What was it? Tuesday, the day after. I was bending over trying to get something out of a cupboard and my hair kept falling in my face and pretty soon thunk, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant, Barb. Just whack yourself in the eye less than 24 hours after you've had eye surgery. It's not a problem at all. Anyway, so it's all good. I'm here. We're ready to stamp, and I have to tell you guys, I'm super excited. I am getting very close to my $800,000 sales milestone with Stampin' Up. I realize it's not $1 million. I'm a long ways from that. But 800,000 is no joke. And I'm about $750 away from that milestone. So I'm just getting super excited about that. So I'm just going to throw it out there. If anybody needs to order anything, you know, and you want to help a girl out, I would appreciate it very much. Just saying. Okay, so I guess that's it. Oh, I do have a little card for you guys today that was inspired by my daughter. She was messing around with some things in here earlier today, and she showed this thing to me that I will show you. And I said, oh my gosh, that just inspired me to make a card for Facebook Live. So I'll show you what she made, and then we'll make the card that was inspired by what she made. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera because I don't have any. Oh, wait, we had prom. It was fairly uneventful. It was kind of a crappy day. The kids started eating at 2:30. They had to really hurry. Then they got dressed. We had like 20 minutes to take pictures, which was a real bummer because I wanted to get more pictures of him. But what do you do? And so then we went and watched the Grand March where all the kids come, you know, they come out and they're announced and they walk across the football field together. We froze our butts off, but it was good. So, and he said he had a nice time. So that was it. You know, a son telling you about prom, their prom experience, and a daughter telling you about their prom experience. I don't have the daughter part because my daughter never wanted to go. I cannot imagine that they're anywhere close to the same. Here's my question. How was prom? Fine. Did you guys have a good time? Yes. Did you do any dancing? No. That's it. That's all you get. So it is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to flip the camera and we'll do our little adjustment because I always have to do my adjusting on my camera because I'm probably never going to get this thing fixed so that I don't have to do the adjustment. So you're just going to have to bear with me and deal with my adjusting because I'm probably never going to fix it because I really don't know how to fix it because the way I have my camera set up and everything, it's just, that's just the way it goes. Okay. I kind of like stuff to be sort of straight. I think I need to bring this out just a tad so that it's a little better. Okay, so we already talked about this. 800,000. Come on, baby. So I'm kind of excited about that. Let's see. Oh, yes. All orders do count. Oh, Bonnie. Yes, because, I mean, I have to order supplies to make the kits. So, yes. I mean, everything helps. So if you guys are willing, I would be eternally grateful. Yeah, if you want to help me out. I mean, obviously I'm going to get there, but you know, you want to get there. Once you're that close, it's like you can just, it's just right in front of your fingertips. So anyway, okay, so we talked about that. Next, my Totally Techniques online club. I have all of a sudden had an influx of people joining this club. I'm not sure why that is, but thank you so much. The club is basically, you tell me that you're going to place an order with me. It needs to be $30 or more. And you use my host code. And then you tell me, hey, I want to get into the club. If you don't tell me you want to get into the club, you're not in the club. Even if you order and use my host code, because I have tons of people that order during the month and use the host code, but they don't tell me they want to be in the club. So you have to tell me that you want to be in the club or you're not in. So then you place your $30 or more order each month. And then if you do that for 6 consecutive months, then I will gift you with a $30 certificate and you could buy whatever you want. So this was our technique for the month of April, and I was a little behind schedule and I apologize. I just got these out on Monday. It's a corner flip card. So this is the card that all the people in the club received, this card, plus they received this little instruction card with a sample of the technique on the back. And so you get that each month. This was the month of March. This was the chalkboard technique with color. So everybody got a card, different colors, and then the technique on the back. So there you go. Also, everybody who ordered any product shares from me, the mailman is picking those up at my house tomorrow. Those are done. Any of you who ordered my Designer Series paper sampler charts, those all got picked up by my mailman yesterday. So those will be headed your direction. They should be headed there already. Those of you that did not get in on my sheets, sampler sheet kits, I am terribly sorry. They are so labor intensive to put together. And that's not even me gluing the pieces onto these papers for you. That's your job. My part is to print the sheet, cut the papers, punch out all the circles, package each paper in its own little package with a label that says this is what's in here. it just, oh my gosh, my daughter has been here helping me. Anyway, if she hadn't been helping me, there was no way I could have even done this. So anyway, what I was trying to get at is that I have had people ask me if I would be willing to sell my charts. And yes, I am. So I have a link in the description of this video. You can purchase the PDF file to print your own chart on your own cardstock. And then the file, another file that I send you also has pictures of all of my charts. So you can see, you know, how I put all my charts together. If that's helpful. And it's for $5. So the link is in the description of this video. If you want to make your own chart, $5 and you can do so. All right. We talked about this. Ooh, my hand-penned online class. This is a thing that would help my sales. If you want to order the whole shebang from me, that includes the hand-penned bundle, or suite, I should say, the Highland Heather and Mint Macaron ribbons, and then you get the class and the cardstock kit for free with that. Or you can just get the kit for $45. Where is it? Right here. Cardstock kit and supply kit. This is going to go live on May 28th. My Create Where You Are class to go. I'll be finishing this up this weekend. It uses the Fabulous Flowers of Friendship bundle, which we're going to use today on an amazing card, if I do say so myself. And you can get that. All these links are in the description of the video. Of course, all these things help me out. We have the Connect, Craft, and Collect special going on. If you happen to need $250 worth of stuff, then you get an extra $25 on your order. There's no judgment. You can order as much as you want. Lord knows I do. And then, of course, we have the Join Plus deal going on if you want to join my team of demonstrators, which I would love if you would. You get an extra $30 in your starter kit when you join right now between now and the end of May. So links are in the description. If you have any questions at all, please send me an email, barb@barbstamps.com, and I'm happy to visit with you about that. Ooh, Stamp Happy Academy. We are just wrapping up our catalog kickoff party. And as you guys know, anybody who is a basic or premium member of Stamp Happy Academy got into this for free. We had, I think it was about 570 people that were in this catalog kickoff group total, and our team members also. So if you join my team as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, once you place your first order, you get into Stamp Happy Academy Basic for free, and then you would have also gotten the catalog kickoff for free. So, we're wrapping this up. Today and tomorrow will be the end of catalog kickoff. We've had mystery stamping, 2 card challenges. We've given away tons of prizes. We each did a live event, a live presentation in the group. So those will stay there forever. So if you haven't joined yet, you still can. It's $10 or free if you're Stamp Happy Academy member or a team member. And you can still get in. The live videos will still be available. You can still watch them at your leisure. You can see all of the entries in the mystery stamping and card challenges for inspiration for yourself. We've got a gallery full of stuff. Actually, I think I need to upload my cards to the gallery. I'll do that tonight. And then prizes. So yeah, so $10, I mean, that's just what, a couple things of coffee a week. So anyway, that is wrapping up, and we've had so much fun, and we want to thank everybody who participated in that, who joined that and participated in any fashion. It was a ton of fun. Okay, let's stamp. So here is the thing that my daughter made today. So as you guys know, I didn't get all new ink pads, but all of my ink pads are now the new style of ink pads that Stampin' Up! Changed to a few years ago. I finally bit the bullet and bought all the ones I didn't have in this style. So I had, oh my gosh, Patricia said she just placed an order to help me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So she asked me what I was going to do with all my old style pads. And I said, I don't know. They're sitting in my other room. So the next thing I know, she comes up to me and she says, what do you think of this? And I said, oh my gosh, the inspiration in my brain just went off. And I said, this is all her fingerprints. She just kept sticking her finger in the ink pad and putting it on this cardstock. And then she wrote ugly as heck. And I said, that's not ugly. Those colors, it inspired me. So let me show you the card that this inspired me to make. Okay. So I had been wanting to use the watercolor shapes. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I could use these watercolor shapes and stamp them in basically like she did, and then stamp these large greetings in there. So let's do that. Okay, let me get my papers out. we're going to use polished pink as our card base because, duh, it's amazing. Oh, there's a glare, sorry. I hate that when my lights hit stuff and it's an annoying glare. Here's some pieces. We're going to use a strip of paper from the Brights pattern pack here. And we've got some of the gorgeous polished pink ribbon. Hello, everyone that's joining us. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. If you wouldn't mind sharing or thumbs upping or hearting what we're doing here, that'd be awesome too. So we've got the same, oh gosh, I'm making a lot of noise. I've got the same colors of ink. Now these aren't exactly what she used, but I mean, they're similar. So she used daffodil. I'm going to use pale papaya. She used flirty flamingo. I'm going to use polished pink. She used Bermuda Bay. I'm using Bermuda Bay. Okay, so the measurements on these pieces, I can't remember. We have Whisper White. No, Basic White. Sorry, we changed the name of that. 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. I know that's a weird measurement, but it works out when you do the stamping. Oh, and then this is 3 by 4 1/8. I did write that down. Standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And then this little strip of the Bermuda Bay Designer Series paper is 1 by 4 1/4. And I don't know if any of you guys have these patterns of paper. They were free if you joined Stampin' Up! During Celebration. You got all these papers for free. I am loving these patterns. Last year's patterns just did not do much for me at all. And I honestly felt like some of the colors in those patterns didn't match like the real color. But these are just these I think match really well. And I really like the patterns. So I'm not sad that they retired all those patterns from last year and brought in these new ones. In fact, I'm really happy about it. Oh, glare, sorry. All right, we're also going to be using these fun little loose flower flourishes. And then we have our stamps and our ink. Okay, so this is the stamp that I chose to use out of the watercolor shapes. It's this one here. No, it's this one here. It's this long skinny one. So I got it mounted on this tiny block. And actually, you know what? I think I need to mount it on a different block because when I was working with it earlier today, I said to myself, Self, you need to put that on a different block because that's not really working that great. Hold on. I want to use a different block. I want to use a block that doesn't have any window cling on it. Okay. So I'm going to start out by stamping my sentiments first. And I'm going to do those in black. So we're going to stamp our birthday. I'm going to stamp it, tap it in the air because my table, everything wiggles. I need to get like a freestanding camera stand that it's not attached to the way you have the pieces laid on the table looks cool for a design. Oh, thanks, Mary. All right, so we're going to stamp our birthday. Wait a minute. No, I'm not going to stamp that first. I lied. We're going to do this part first. I just was looking at my cheat sheet sample that I did earlier today, and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this first. So let me get all my inks out here. Oh, here's my beautiful hand where they ruined me. So thank you so much for that. Okay. We're going to start with the pale papaya. And I'm going to kind of stamp it just right in the middle. This is how I started it today. Am I in the frame? Yes. Okay. So there's that. Now you do have to clean it. That's maybe like the only thing that's kind of a pain with this is you do have to clean it each time. So, but it's fine. Then you got to spank it. Pam Taylor told me this. You spank your stamp and then you continue on. So now we're going to use the, ooh, you know what? I just remember, this is really inky. And so I want to make it not so inky. Sometimes when they're new, they're pretty inky. And then when you ink them up and stamp them, they can look kind of puddly. It's not really a word, but I think you know what I mean. So I'm going to take this, well, it's a dull knife, and I'm just going to press the ink down into the pad so that when I ink up my stamp, I'm not getting too much ink. All right, so I'm going to kind of stamp that right next to that. That worked out. And then of course we're going to clean it off again. Spank it. Do our Bermuda Bay right here. Okay. Oops, it's getting kind of crooked, but I think that's fine. So what do I have? I have papaya, and then I have pink, and then I have Bermuda. So now I need papaya again. So I'm just going to, my chamois down here, so I'm just going to keep using the old chamois. All right, I got to try to make this not crooked now. Sometimes I do that. I don't know why that happens to me, but whatever. Oh, and see, now when I had this Bermuda done before, I thought I could do this. All right, and I am kind of switching the stamp, like flipping it upside down each time, just because I feel like that just gives it even more random look. Stamp it, or spank it. And, well, whoops, I got to flip it again. And I just think these stamps are so cool. I just love how they're kind of like, I don't know, like watercolored. And there's like the different, they're distinctive stamps, I think is what Stampin' Up! Calls them. So pink, so I need the papaya again here. Oh, I didn't flip it. Nah, it doesn't matter. There we go. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I can do any more. So my sample is a little bit different than this, but it's going to be fine. Okay, so we have our little stamping done here. Close up our ink so we don't make a mess. I close my chamois and throw it off to the side here. Okay, now I can bring this back in. And we will ink it up again just to make sure, because I'm sure the ink is kind of settled while I was doing the stamping. All right, so we're going to kind of stamp the old birthday right here. And I'm kind of wondering now if I should have used a foam pad. Sometimes you get lucky. Ooh, I did. And then we'll use the happy. Ooh, and I want to tell you something about this stamp set that's really cool that you may or may not have noticed. I didn't notice it until today when I was stamping with it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But it has birthday in both of the fonts. So it has the really bold birthday, plus it has the cursive birthday. Same with happy and friend and thanks and hello. So you can do like different variations of that, which I think is pretty cool. So there you go. Where's my lid to my ink? Because I don't want ink getting everywhere. All right, where's my seal? So I'm going to attach this to my layer of pale papaya. And how simple was that, really? I mean, that was super simple, too. I don't have to close my eye anymore. So awesome. Okay. Now I want to decide, I got to figure out where I want to put my strip of Desire Series paper. I think I kind of want to do something like this. So that's probably fine. So let me add some seal here. Oh, whoa. I guess we'll just come up here and do that. That's what it wanted me to do. All right, so, oh, hold on. I'm going to bring in one of these. Because sometimes you don't get stuff on there straight. And I want it to be straight. Since I have this new eye, this new fancy eye, yeah, so I like to use grid paper. It just helps me line things up. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to add this with dimensionals. Two-eyed Barb now. I know. Can you imagine how well I'm going to stamp now? I mean, because, you know, I don't want to brag, but I didn't stamp too terrible for being legally blind in one eye. You know what else is really cool? I can drive and not be scared. I didn't really like driving towards the end there. It was not, honestly, I probably shouldn't have been driving, but I felt like, you know, the places I did drive, I mean, I'd been there numerous times. I knew how to get there. I didn't really go during heavy traffic times or anything like that. So, but yeah, I can see to drive now, which is really nice too. Where's my garbage can? Oh, here we go. Okay. So there's what we have so far. Pretty. Also in this little stamp set are these little check, like plus signs, not hashtag as my husband always does. He's kind of weird. Or maybe that is a real hashtag thing. I don't know. Anyway, he does that sometimes and my kids just like roll their eyes and go, oh geez, Dad, come on. But I thought perhaps, hopefully I don't ruin this. Well, I guess if I do, I'll just redo it. But I thought maybe if I added just a little bit of interest down here in the corner, that it might be kind of fun. Just because, you know. And then maybe up here in this corner. Maybe. Try not to get stamping anywhere else. Except where it's supposed to be. Okay. I think that'll work. Isn't that cute? And you know what would be really fun? You could do this in multiple colors. So, I mean, if you like had a guy that you were giving a card like this to, if excuse me, if you did it like in Misty Moonlight and Just Jade and I don't know, Crumb Cake or something, it would be really manly. Maybe I'll have to do that when we're done here. Okay, where is my ribbon? Here's my ribbon. So I would tie a bow. I think you guys have seen me tie a bow before, but I just make 2 bunny ears, cross them, pull the loop through the hole, and then you just pull the loops tight while you manipulate it to be as long as you want it. So I've already done that. I think I'm just going to stick that right up here. Oh no, I was going to stick it down here at the bottom. Where's my glue dots? Okay. And then I have those little flower embellishments, and I think I might want to... Who did that? Barb? Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm going to have to stick this right here. Change of plan. Because what happened, I was heavy-handed with my ink, and I got ink all on my block, and then I got the ink from my block on my card. So that changed where I was putting my ribbon. Whatever. It's still cute. And then I still can put on one of these little flowers. So where's my glue? I thought maybe one of these teeny tiny ones. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. I don't know. Can you do that? Can you just stick a teeny tiny little flower randomly somewhere, or can you not? Is that like not allowed? Okay, where would I put it though? You can't really see it there. Oh, I'm going to be sad. I really wanted to put this on here somewhere, but I don't think it's going to... I think it looks kind of stupid. Up here? As sad as it might be, I think I'm going to have to put that away and use it on a different card because I don't think I can get it on here and have it look cute. Ooh, I just thought of something, you guys. Hold on. I don't know. When I'm sitting down here by myself, the inspiration doesn't always come. But when I'm stamping for you guys, it's like inspiration just flies into my brain. So hold on. I got an idea for the inside of the card. Okay, I'm going to move that up there where there's no ink. And I'm going to open these all up again. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need the chamois. This is going to be our inside layer. Ooh, hair. Jeez, come on. Okay. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking, what if I did this? What if and I'm going to try to, space, that. I'm going to try to wing it. I don't know if it's going to work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we go in for the next color. Now we're going to go pink. Okay, this is going to be the inside of the card. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this. See what happens. I think I might have too much space for my Bermuda Bay, but it is what it is. It's a hand stamp. Oh gosh, what the heck? Oh, now I got to try to, dodge that bullet. No, actually, it's not too shabby. Ooh, wow, check it out. Okay, what's before pink? I think we need, or no, gosh, it's a blue. Can I even see what I'm doing? And I even have 2 eyes, so what the heck? There. Okay. That's going to be for the inside. How cute. Do I prefer the chamois over the Stampin' Scrub? Mary, yes. Ever since they came out with the chamois, I have been using it exclusively. My poor Stampin' Scrub, I honestly don't even know where it is. It's not even on my stamp table anymore because I literally don't use it. So, yeah. Okay. That is adorable. What is the name of the stamp set? What did I do with it? It's called Watercolor Shapes, Chris. And it's really fun. Let me open it. So let's see, the circle is a what? What size circle is that? About a 2 1/4 inch circle. Then this rectangle is 3 by 2. So if that gives you any indication about how much, you know, how big everything is. Okay, we're going to put this on the inside, and then card number 1 is done. Oh my gosh. That makes me happy right there. That is so, oh my, how happy is that? That makes me really happy. Okay, card number 1 done with an amazing inside. All right. Let's move on. Oh, then the other stamp set was called Biggest Wish. So there you go. Cheryl says she still loves her Stampin' Scrub. No judgment here, Cheryl. No judgment whatsoever. We all need to use what we want to use when we're stamping, because it's our stuff and we're making our cards, so we can do whatever we want, right? I probably should have washed my chamois before I went live, because I kind of think that I was wiping off when I made my sample piece. Oh, here's my tester. This was my tester that I did earlier today. Because I always have to do a tester before I actually come live to make sure that, you know, the card's going to work. I'm not really an on-the-fly stamper like Dina. She's an amazing on-the-fly stamper. Me, not so much. I can embellish and add to what I'm doing, but I can't really stamp on the fly. Okay. So everybody's saying this is on their next order. How do you wash it? Oh, you literally just run it under the faucet, Mary, and squeeze it. You just turn the water on and just start getting it wet and squeezing it, and the ink will just come out. And yes, it will look like this eventually, horrifically, disgustingly stained. But as long as when you're squeezing it, no ink is coming out, it's clean. And that's it. I don't use any soap or anything like that. And you know what's really funny? When you, like, say you turn your hot water on, you have to wait for it to get hot. While you're waiting for it to get hot, start wringing it out. Because when you have cold water running on this thing, it's like you'll get green and blue tones coming out. But as soon as the water turns really warm, it's like reds start to come out of this thing. I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's some weirdo science behind it that I don't understand. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. All right, I'm just going to throw this shameless plug in here again, you guys. I'm working really hard toward my $800,000 in sales, and I'm about $750 away. Well, I was, because Patricia, who's watching us, said she placed an order. I don't know how much, but I was about $750 away when I went live. So that's the plan. And I realize it's not $1 million. I know the $1 million is amazing, but $800,000 to me is a lot. That's a lot of stamps that I've been peddling over the 18 years I've been a demonstrator. All right, let's bring in our next project. This one is going to use the Flowers of Friendship bundle, which I love. Those of you that are demonstrators might have seen my amazing, I'm not going to lie, it was amazing, presentation at the On Tour event that we had in April. I demonstrated this bundle, and I shared a number of cards with you guys about what you could do with it, and I shared a lot of tips and tricks. And so, yeah, this is one of the cards that I made when I was practicing with it, but I didn't actually share it anywhere yet. So we're going to make it today. Okay. So we're going to start with some white and black cardstock and then some strips. I have an X on this so I would remember what I was doing. Ooh, somebody's here from Montana. Hello, somebody here from Montana. I am your neighbor, as you probably know, because I'm in Wyoming. Okay, this is thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to fold it in half. Standard card base. This piece of black is 4 by 5.25. And, oh, Heather says, I'll be happy when I reach my $1,000 mark. Go, Heather. Go, Heather. So that's 4 by 5.25. And then this is, I can't remember. Good Lord, you'd think I would remember. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Then I have strips of a lot of different colors of cardstock. I have Poppy Parade, Polished Pink, Mango, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, and Fresh Freesia. And now I realize this might not be the way that the rainbow goes, but this is the way that I want my rainbow to go. So that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to glue these strips onto this piece of cardstock. And as you can tell, these strips are going to be maybe a slightly bigger than my card piece. That's okay. I'm just going to cut it off. So I'm going to kind of start with the mango and the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to kind of put those in the middle. So I'm going to run some adhesive down both of these, and I'm going to kind of butt them together and try to get them in the middle. How is that? Is that good? I think. Okay, and then we can just add these other ones alongside. And as you can see, we're going to trim this black piece off. The strips are 7/8 by whatever. However long you need them to be to cover, you know, to make your card. These are probably 4.5, I think is what I cut them to. 7/8 by 4.5. And then I'm just going to trim all this excess off. So I could have probably gone 4, 4.25, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough, you know, so there you go. Okay. There we go. We've got it all on there. I'm really into the colors today. They're so pretty. All right, we're going to trim all these off. I probably could just use a trimmer. Maybe I should just use a trimmer, but I'm not. So there you go. Okay, and then we're going to cut up here. Get this Poppy Parade off. And of course, you can put your strips in any order you want. Yeah, it is kind of springy, isn't it, Mary? We have been having such cloudy, depressing weather here for like a week. And it's just so, ugh. I mean, good grief, it's the end of May, for crying out loud. Where is our spring? Not that we don't need the moisture, because we absolutely do. We didn't have a whole lot of snow this winter, so we don't, you know, we don't want to be fire, you know, we don't want to have fires everywhere, because that's no fun. But I also don't like it when it's rainy. It's depressing and it makes me sad. I'll get over it, of course. Okay, so we have that done. Now I'm going to bring in the small flower from the stamp set, just the flower, and I'm going to stamp it in every one of these colors. Now I already did a couple of them before I came live, because sometimes, I don't know, I feel like that's part of preparing for the live. So I did that already. My tip for using the small flower is to use about a 1.5 inch-ish tall piece of cardstock. And when you stamp the flower, you want to stamp it like this, because that's the same way it's oriented in the punch. You can see how this flower is kind of like a plus sign, and then this one's turned like this. So if you just stamp the items the way they're oriented in the punch, then it'll work. Now, another little thing that you might not realize is, even though these flowers, like all the petals look different, like you might have to go, oh, how do I get that in there to line that up? I mean, is it like this? Do I have to put it like this? All of the petals on the punch are the same. It's just the detail inside of the punch that makes it appear like all the petals are different, but they're not. They're the same. So you can stick this in however you have it stamped, and it's going to come out just fine. And that's both of the flowers, the big one and the small one. Okay? So you don't have to worry about that, which makes this punch even 10 times better, in my opinion. We've had flower punches in the past, and I love flower punches, and anytime Stampin' Up! Sells a flower punch, I will buy it, because I love flower punches, and it just makes creating things super simple. Okay, so we have two. We have this one and this one. Then I already have the other ones, because I did them earlier. So I have that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And all we're going to do is we're just going to kind of line these up on here. Not perfect. And we're just going to do that because that's pretty and that's fun. So we're going to add them with the dimensionals. So let me put a little mini dimensional on each one of these. Whoops. Oh yeah, like an X, Vicki. Thank you. So the one is like a plus sign. The other one's like an X. Okay. So I'm going to start with the middle ones again, just because I just feel like that's what you should do. And I'm just going to do it like so, and then I'll put this one, maybe rotate it a little bit so it's oriented a bit different. And then we'll add this one, maybe like so. Then our freesia, maybe like that. Polished pink. Oops, how do I want that to go? Something like that. And then our, what do you call this? Poppy Parade. almost lost my mind there for a moment. Okay, so we have that done. Now we need a sentiment. There's a ton of sentiments in it. Not a ton, there's 3. That's not really a ton. What was I? There's 4. I can't even count. There's 4. And so I am going to choose, you know, I need so many thank you cards. So I'm going to do a thank you. Let me find a block. And let me get this onto my block. Now these little window clings, people always ask me about them. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these grids. They're like a window cling. They don't sell them anymore. I wish they did. I typically don't ever use anything. I don't demonstrate with anything that you guys can't buy because I don't want anyone to be frustrated. That's the only thing I use that you can't buy. And I'm so sorry. But I love them and I like stamping with them. And so I'm going to keep them. Thank you for everything. I was like, what does that even say? And then I'm just going to stamp this, kind of straddling a few of the colors. There we go. Oh, I love it. Now, of course, a flower would not be complete without some bling. So we're going to add a rhinestone to the center of each one of these flowers. And we're just going to use the old take your pick tool and get them in there. Yay. I just love this card. And I'll show you the one that I actually made. I used a few different colors because I didn't have any ink colors. When I was preparing for my presentation, it was back in December and January. And Stampin' Up! Only sent me, you know, a small selection of items that I could use. And it wasn't any of the ink colors. I had to, you know, just use whatever colors that I had. Oh, Mary said she put that in the sandbox. Good job, Mary. Hopefully they listen to you. Oh. I just dropped my lid to my take your pick tool on the floor. I've lost that thing a few times. Okay, so then this I'm going to layer onto this black layer. Yes, they would make a very cute wreath, Heather. Okay. And we will just, there's going to be a very, very small black border, but it is going to be enough that it's going to pop off the white. Okay. I know. I don't know why they got rid of them, honestly. I mean, obviously nobody bought them except me. I bought like 4 sets because when I knew they were retiring, I was like, no, this can't be happening. I need to have them. And so, yeah, I have like 4 sets, or I had 4 sets. I don't have 4 sets anymore because I put them on my blocks. Well, my blocks aren't illegal, Heather. My blocks are Stampin' Up! Blocks. It's just the window cling that I have on there that's not, well, it is a Stampin' Up! Product. It's just retired. Okay, and then we're going to put that on there, and it is done. What do you guys think? Here's my other one. This was the one that I did when I was preparing for my presentation, where I used mango instead of the polished pink, and then I used gorgeous grape instead of the freesia. So, just changing those 2 colors does kind of change the whole theme, honestly, because this purple is so dark on here. But yeah, isn't that fun? Oh, I made that. It just made me so happy. Okay, let's move on to our next card. I'm going to clean these blocks really quick before I put them away so that I don't make any mess. Because clearly I am mess prone because I've already made some mess tonight with some of the other things that I've done. All right, put those away, get rid of those bits. And I still need all my tools. Okay. I'll move those out of the way. We'll bring them in. Oh, Carol says, I thought of you today. My husband had his 2nd cataract surgery. Oh, I hope it all went good for him, Carol. You should stamp the roll of flowers inside and color them. You know, I thought about that, Cheryl, except that I'd have to put another layer in here because you know how it bleeds through. And, oh, what's on the back of my card? I don't know. I'm going to have to try to get that off. It bleeds through. And so I didn't want to do that. So what I could have done is I could have stamped them all and colored them, you know, and then put them inside. What is the name of the class that I mentioned before? I'm not sure, Terry. I have 2 new classes, my May classes. One of them is the Flowers of Friendship. Uses that bundle. And then the other one is the Hand Penned, which is our combined online class, Dina Kelly and I. So you might be talking about the Flowers of Friendship class. And then I'm just using a sand eraser. This is an ink eraser to get some of this. I don't know how this got on here. Anyway, I do have these sand erasers. They're part of my adhesive kit. If anyone is interested in purchasing an adhesive kit, this is what it looks like. It comes in this super cute little bag. There's like 6 different colors of these bags that I have. And then inside you get a seal adhesive, some dimensionals, tear and tape adhesive, glue dots, liquid glue, a ruler, the sand eraser, and an adhesive eraser. And they all come in this cute little pouch, and it's $45, and that includes the shipping to you. And I do have a link in the description of the video. Okay, let me bring in my next project pieces. We are going to be using the Sweet as a Peach because it's so cute. Could you put the little row of flowers that are in a line? Mary Ellen, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Did you mean like if I redid these flowers and then put them all on the inside? I mean, I absolutely could. I could do that for sure. Okay, we're using the peach bundle now. And we're going to do a cute little card for you. Or I'm going to do a cute little card for you. Oh, hold on. I gotta go grab my baby boss. Okay. Because we have this new set of mini folders. Oh, you're so right, Cheryl. Mandy, she's hiding under all this stuff. Oh, look what happened to Mandy. She got ink or something on her fingers. Mandy, you need to be a little more careful. Okay, so Mandy's going to showcase our new folder, our mini folders. These are the checks and dots folders. So, of course, we have checks and dots. And these little folders are designed to fit in the baby boss. And yeah. There is a small... Oh, that! You know what, Mary Ellen? I have that over on my Stamparatus at the moment, so I always forget to use it because I need to film a video for a card that I made using the Stamparatus, and so I don't want to take the flowers off there because I'm not ready to do that. So, but you are brilliant. That would have been perfect. Maybe I'll still go do that after we talk about the folders. So they're really cute. Mandy's going to hold that down for me for the moment. So I did go ahead and emboss this little piece of cardstock here. I can't remember what the size is. It was about 2.5 by 5 1/4 with the checks, and it went right through my baby boss perfectly. Of course, I love that the baby boss, well, both of our, the big boss and the baby boss, the plates tell you exactly what to do for the unit or what you're using, and I was using a standard embossing folder. So I had plate 3 and plate 1, my folder in between. There you go. Okay. So these are in the back of the catalog. If you haven't noticed them, you should because they are super cute. In fact, do I have the dots embossed on something? Oh my gosh, look at this. I do. Here are the dots. Super cute. And then the checks. Fun, 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 fun. I should keep these in here so that when I pull them out and show people, I can actually show them what they look like. Okay. So I have that. I have a piece of, what is this? Oh, she does need a sympathy bruise for sure, Mary. Oh my gosh, Pacific Point. I'm losing my mind. And then this is our layer, but I got to cut some of this off. Where is my trimmer? So it's a standard card base, but we're going to cut 1.5 inches off of the edge. And since it's 1.5 inches, this section of the trimmer is 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to line that up at the edge of the trimmer and then cut it off. And I don't, this is, not that it's a scrap because I'm going to save it, but I don't need it for this card. Okay. Then we have an inside piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to put this on this. Oh, I need my trimmer again because I got 2. I need to score this. What is this to begin with? This is 3 by 3 3/4, I think. Yes. And I need to score this at 1/2 inch. So I've got the short side at the top of the trimmer. And I always like to use this side for smaller measurements. So I'm going to slide it over to the 1/2 inch mark, kick my cutting blade out of the way, and use my scoring blade. Okay. So then I'm going to fold that over and burnish it with my bone folder. And that's going to tuck underneath this piece here. I actually got a swap card. I don't really want to show you because it was one of my team members, and some of my other team members are on here, and I don't want to spoil their surprise of when they get the card back in the mail, because we have our team meeting next week, and so I'm hoping to get some more swaps. Hint, hint, you girls that are on here that haven't sent your swaps in yet. You know who you are. Okay. All right, so we stuck that on the back, because our theme this month is fun folds. And so somebody sent in a card using this fun fold, and I saw it today and I was inspired. I had a lot of inspiration going on down here today between my daughter and my team members. Yeah, we've just got lots of inspiration today. And the fact that I can see and everything's so clear, and now I just can't wait to get my new glasses. I don't know if you guys have ever even seen me in glasses. This color, Cheryl, is Balmy Blue. I don't know if you guys have ever seen me in glasses. I have glasses, but I really only wear them when I'm driving, because not that I can see inside my house, I can't, but excuse me, I know where everything is, and so I don't need to have my glasses on to function inside my house, but I can't drive without them, so I do wear them when I'm driving. So I think I told you guys this, but a few weeks ago when my daughter was home, about a month ago, she went with me to the optometrist office, and we tried on a bunch of different frames, and she helped me pick one out that I liked and that she liked and we thought looked decent on me. And so I told the gal in the optometrist office, I said, hey, put these on my file, because when I get my cataract fixed and I finally can get new glasses, that's the frame that I want. So they're just waiting for me to get my new prescription and get some new glasses, so then I actually might wear them all the time. Who knows? And then you guys will see me in glasses. Well, I guess some of you have probably seen me. If you've seen me out at Stampin' Up! Events or anything, you've probably seen me with glasses on, because I definitely wear them at events, because of course I can't see. Okay, so we've got that on there. Cute. That's going to fold over. This piece is going to go on this, and this measures what? 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. But we need to do some stuff before we can do that. So now to the peach bundle. It comes with either peaches / blueberries, I like to say, and flowers, of course. And I have a big peach, and then it has some little foliage pieces, lots of different sentiments that are really fun. And then I'm not sure what that is for, but it's cute. Anyway. Okay, so we are going to do some creative inking. Now, those of you that may have been in the catalog kickoff group and watched my live yesterday will, I think, know what I'm talking about when I say creative inking. Oh, I'm in my glasses on my website picture. That is correct. That's the cart? Oh, yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, because we were on a cruise in that picture. Yes. And they actually, I think they're the exact same glasses. Okay. Where's my, oh, here it is. So this is the leaves, obviously. So I'm going to stamp the leaves right here on this scrap of white, and then they need to be die cut, so we will take care of that. I put away this ink pad and I need it. So I have Balmy Blue, Pacific Point, and Night of Navy. I'm going to move those up just a bit. Okay, so these are the colors that I'm working with. So I'm going to start out by inking my flower trio in Balmy Blue. This is a pretty light blue. And then I have 2 sponge daubers. I have one for Pacific Point and one for Night of Navy. So I've got these done. So now I'm going to pull this. I'm going to get some Pacific Point on here, but it's too much when you initially stick it in there. So I'm going to tap some of it off, and I'm just going to kind of go around these flowers and give them a bit of Pacific Point around the edges, and not all the edges, just some of them. Then I'm going to come in with the navy. Again, I don't want a ton, so that's why I tapped a bunch of it off. And I'm going to even go closer to the edge with my navy, okay? Then you got to give it a huff to remoisten the ink. And then you stamp it, and check it out, what you get. Multi-toned flowers. Eek! So exciting. Okay. So that's what I call multi-tone stamping. I don't know. I think I'm just making that up. I don't really think there's a term for it, but that's what I'm going to call it. So you can also do that with the little peaches too. So like here is a little peach that I did when I was messing around with this stamp set. There's a peach trio or blueberries, whatever you want to call them. And you can do that with the peaches too, to kind of give them kind of a more realistic look. You know, because peaches aren't just one color. When you look at them in the store, they're like, you know, they're shades of coral and papaya. So anyway, that's another, you can do that with your peach stamps, and it does look pretty dang cool. Okay. So now we would have to die cut those pieces, which of course I've already done. So here's the leaf. And then here are the flowers. I got them in a little container here. So there's my flowers that I did earlier today. So I can get this out of here. And those I'm going to hide over to the side because they're inky and we don't want ink getting on anything. So is it on my fingers? I better check. I mean, my hands are pretty inky because I've been working a lot today. Do I think that little dot's for the center of the flowers? Oh my word, Chris, you could be right. Chris thinks this could be the center of the flowers. I'm not going to stamp that in the center of these flowers, but I have another flower here. Let's just check it out. Well, that's kind of a dark one. These are some that didn't get die cut properly. So let's just pull it out of here and let's just see what it looks like. So we will, since this is a balmy blue, we're going to go with Pacific Point. And let's just see. That could work. Oh my gosh, Chris, you're brilliant. Yeah, that's absolutely what it could be used for. Okay, there you go. The problem has been solved. But that's not what I'm going to do with the middles of these flowers. I've got something else in mind for you guys that I think you're going to like. So, have any of you seen this specialty paper in the catalog, the ombre specialty paper? Let's just give it some love, shall we? Look at that. It's glitter and it's ombre. So we have a Poppy Parade piece. We have a Crushed Curry piece. Wow. We have a Pacific Point. I guess it could be navy down here at the bottom, but we have Pacific Point, and then we have Gorgeous Grape. So this is that amazing ombre specialty paper. So what I thought might be kind of fun would be, in the set of dies, there are these little flowers. Oh, I left some of them at my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but you'll get the gist if I can get it out of here. There's 3 of this tiny flower trio and then one that's a little bit bigger than this. So I cut those out of that ombre paper. So look what I have, these glittery cute flowers. And so that's what I'm going to put in the middles of these flowers here. So I need some liquid glue. But Chris is a brilliant genius, and yeah, I will, because that's really funny, because I stamped these a couple days ago when I was preparing for my catalog kickoff show. I was in charge of using the peach set, and I was using the peach set, and I kept thinking, what goes in the middle of these flowers? And I thought, well, you know, we have these little die cuts. That must be what they intended to have happen. But I don't think that's entirely true. Well, yes, these can absolutely go in the center. They don't have to. But aren't they cute? So cute. Okay, and then these other 3, I don't want to lose them, so I'm going to do them right now while I got them out here. I'm going to put down here in the bottom corner of the inside layer of the card. So I'm just going to add my little dots of glue there. And, I might have screwed that up. Well, we're going to change our orientation of these flowers, because I should have put those glue dots a little farther apart, but I didn't. So what are you going to do? So cute. I see a little fuzz or something right here. It's got to go. Okay. Cute. So then all we have to do is add this to this, which we're going to do with some mini dimensionals. So much fun. Whoops. And that, and that, and that. Okay. So this is fun. Aren't those, let's see, aren't those flowers peach blossoms? Peach blossoms have a center like the little unknown stamp. Yes, I think you are correct, Deborah. That makes perfect sense. I don't know anything about fruit. I'm not a fruit connoisseur, so I honestly don't even really eat peaches. But, you know, maybe I should. I've got a thanks so much, because you know me and thank you cards, but there are other sentiments in here. There is happy birthday, thanks so much, have a peachy day, which actually, where's that? Here we go. This was my Technique Club card for last month. So I said, thanks so much. You're sweet as a peach. And I did that same kind of adding some color with a sponge dauber to this large peach here and this little peach right here. So fun, fun, fun. Let me ink that up again. All right, let's try not to screw this up. There we go. That worked out pretty good. And then I need to add dimensionals to the back sides of these peach blossoms. That makes more sense than just saying that they're flowers. I'm just getting all kinds of education here, you guys. Thank you. You think you know everything, but you don't. And it's nice to have, it's nice for us to all share ideas and share information, because nobody knows everything. Where do we want this one? Maybe right there. Look at those sparkly flowers in the middle. Aren't those fun? I think they're quite fun. Ta-da! Okay. Now we're going to add some adhesive here. Oh, I am so sorry you guys have had to look at that this entire time. It's so gross. Okay. Get that on. That's cute. There it is. Fold that down. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? I thought it was kind of fun. I could have put something over here, but I think that might take away from my focal point. And I think this checker pattern over here is, it kind of reminded me of like a basket. You know what I say? Like you have a basket and then you put your peaches in it. So here's the basket, except these aren't peaches. These are blue flowers for the sake of this card. Anyway, I hope you guys like that. And that little trick of adding dimension to your stamps. And you can do that with any stamp you have. You know, like if you have a tree stamp, you could do shades of green. If you have, you know, other flowers, you could do shades of pink, shades of purple, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a great technique. And I actually have, now you're going to want to buy this. I don't know. I got this 100 years ago. I don't even know if you can get these things anymore. But I have a sponge dauber for every color. And I have them labeled. And anyways, my son dropped this on the floor, so it's broken, but it still works. And I think they're actually called sponge dauber cases. You could probably find them online somewhere. Anyway, they're pretty handy to have, and I like to have a dauber for every color. That way I don't have to worry about washing them out or, you know, what color did I use this in last time, anything like that. So let me bring in the projects that we did. And I want to thank you guys in advance for helping me get to my $800,000 goal. Those of you that have ordered from me already, I appreciate that very much. I'll let you guys know as soon as I hit it. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm excited. And here's my other card with the amazing inside. Inside. Yay. Okay. So there's our cards for today. This is my shopping site, shoppingwithbarb.com. If anybody wants to help me out. Yeah, there you go. So you guys, what time is it? Oh, dang, I'm early today. I did good. So let's see, next week I will be here. I think there's a week coming up that I won't be here because I'm going to be down visiting my daughter. She's moving into a new place. Where she goes to college, and I'm going down to help her, and we're going to kind of, you know, make it nice and fun and pretty. So there is going to be, it's June 4th, I think is the day that I'm not going to be live. I think that's 2 weeks from now. Is that right? Anyways, yeah, but I'll let you know next week for sure what's going on there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and stamping along with me. You guys inspire me all the time as I'm stamping along. Just talking with you gets my mojo going. So this is like my favorite night of the week. Facebook Live time. Remember, Thursday nights, 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, right here. I will be live again next week, and I will see you then. So thanks, guys. Bye-bye.